guys. It is January, and it is flipping cold. Holy crap on a cracker. My car says, well, now it's -2, so it just got cold. It's really, really cold. It's below 0, and then you add in a wind chill, and it's just really crapping cold. But it's January. It's a new year. Yay, time for New Year's resolutions. God, I hate that. And man, I don't like making them ever. I try not to make them just because I don't want to fail. And I don't want to feel like I'm for not doing whatever it is that I was going to do. So I tend not to make them. However, this year, it's not so much a New Year's resolution as it is an awakening. I don't know, it sounds cheesy to say it that way, but I've gotten to a point where I need to take my health seriously and my weight seriously, and it sucks. I've always been bigger. I was skinny in high school, but I was still voluptuous. I still had very large breasts and hips, but I was thin. I had a flat stomach and all that nice stuff that I wish I could have again. But I was still bigger even back then. And since I had Brian, I've kind of just gradually moved into the plus size, and then some, and then some, and then some more. Now I am beyond morbidly obese. I don't even know what's beyond super morbidly obese. Granted, I'm not like the people you see on My 600-Pound Life where they can't get out of bed, but I am to a point where things are very uncomfortable, and I am starting to have some health some health issues. It is really dry because it is so cold, so my throat is just... So anyway, drink. Health issues have been slowly cropping up since I had Anna, and getting worse. And I've always said that I don't have a problem with being a plus size woman, and I still completely stand by that. I at no point hope to be rail thin. I'm not looking to be skinny. I don't even want to be skinny. I would like to be back to what I consider voluptuous, as nice a word as I can think of to say it, where I still have a good amount of padding on me. I still have curves and boobs and a butt, and I still want that, but I just want less of what I have now, which now is too much. And I really felt it when we took the trip to Hawaii. I hadn't been on a plane since I think I was pregnant with Wyatt, so that was 6 years ago, and I've gained a pretty significant amount of weight since then, and I was terrified to get on the plane. Absolutely terrified. I insisted Ethan sit in the middle so that I could either sit on the outside or up against the window so that I was not encroaching on anybody else's seat. I had to have a seatbelt extender for all of the flights. The seatbelt just simply did not fit. Once I put the seatbelt extender on, I actually had way more room than I needed. So I really only needed a few extra inches, but I definitely still needed it. And you know, I don't want to have to need a seatbelt extender. I don't want to have to force my husband to be uncomfortably close to other people, because my anxiety is so high. Now, my anxiety was through the roof the entire time we were there, because I was so worried about just not fitting, and that's the fact of it. I just don't fit. We crammed ourselves into the seats on the tour bus. We went on 2 different tours one that just kind of went around the island and one that went out to Pearl Harbor. And the tours were so full that there was no extra seats, there was no extra room, so it's not like we could spread out a little bit. We had to sit together, and we were pretty squished in those seats, and the left half of my ass cheek was hanging off the seat the entire time, both times. And that circle tour, that was that was an all-day tour, so all day my butt hung up the side of the seat, and it was uncomfortable. It was embarrassing. Every time we got off the bus, it was embarrassing. Every time we got back on the bus, it was embarrassing, because I was squishing past people. Same on the plane, having to squish past people to get on. It was so miserable, and I already suffer from anxiety. Then you add the anxiety of my weight being an issue, and that made it so that I didn't enjoy the trip. I wanted to. We were in freaking Hawaii. I should have been over the moon, but I really just couldn't enjoy myself. And it wasn't a bad trip. It has nothing to do with Hawaii or anything. I just was so anxiety-ridden and so uncomfortable with myself that I didn't feel good the whole time we were there. So, my weight has affected that. My weight causes anxiety. And, for that same reason. Going out in public, it makes me want to stay home more often. Because I don't want to have to deal with not fitting in someplace. I feel like people are watching me and judging me, and part of my brain is telling me nobody even notices. Just shut up, you're fine. But there's that part of me that is, no, they're looking and they're going, oh my God, why is this woman at a restaurant eating? She go home and eat a fucking salad. I mean, it's ridiculous. I don't know if anybody's actually thinking those things, but my anxiety is screaming, yes, they think you're horrible. You need to just go home and hide. And it makes it hard to get out and do anything and enjoy anything. So it affects my happiness, it affects my anxiety, it makes my anxiety worse. It affects my sleep. I have been using CPAP for a year now for some pretty severe obstructive sleep apnea. Without the CPAP, I sleep horribly. I wake up constantly, snoring, gasping for air. It's miserable. I can't even fall asleep. If I go out and sit with the girls in the living room, they say it's 6 in the morning and they're up and wanting to watch cartoons, I can't even doze on the couch because I will wake up gasping for air. So it's affecting my sleep. It's affecting my ability to breathe. It's ridiculous. The sleep, I can't breathe. I've been sick for the last week, and I felt like I got an animal, like an elephant, sitting on my chest. And so every time I got up and moved and did anything, I was winded as hell. I'm winded in general, just getting around, and then you add being sick to that for a week, and I've done nothing but huff and puff for the last, 6-7 days now, and it's miserable. And again, it's embarrassing, and it's hard to be out in public when you're breathing like that. I don't even want to be around my husband when I'm breathing like that because I'm embarrassed by it. And there's nothing I can do. I can't help it right now. I just kind of got to put up with it. And it sucks. Nobody wants to put up with that. It affects my movement, my ability to do just general things with my kids, getting in and out of a car. The work van, I can get in and out the front of the van because there's handles up here that you can grab onto and pull yourself up. But like in the back of the van, I can't get into the back of the van to sit in the back and let somebody else drive or let somebody else ride shotgun because I can't hoof my weight up into the van. And I tend to look like an absolute idiot trying to do it anyway, so I avoid it as much as possible, which isn't fair to the other staff. don't know, it sucks. I'm just kind of at a loss at this point. It has encroached on every aspect of my life and my marriage and my home and my kids, and no matter how supportive my husband is and tells me he loves me no matter what, I still just feel like crap. And I always said if it ever got to that point, that was when I was going to focus on trying to lose weight. Because I don't care, as long as I'm happy and my family's happy and I'm involved, I don't care that I'm overweight, I don't care that I'm plus size, I don't care that I'm considered obese. It's when it gets like this and I can no longer function properly and to the extent that a normal person should, that it's time. So, I've been doing this Prevent program with my husband for the last couple of months. It's worked wonderfully for him. It has not worked so well for me. And I'm not really sure what is going to work for me. I've done Weight Watchers before. I've used MyFitnessPal and tracked my calories. I tried to cut out carbs with this Prevent program like my husband has been doing. And I do really well for about a month. And then something just switches in my head. And I get sick of counting everything. I'm sick of counting carbs. I'm sick of counting calories. I'm sick of counting points. I'm sick of thinking about what I'm eating 24 hours a day. Every waking moment, it's what am I going to eat? What's next? What am I going to have for supper tomorrow? What are we going to have? What am I going to have for breakfast? I get to the point where I just don't even eat. Because it's such a stress to try and figure out something healthy and something satisfying. And it just ends up making me miserable, so I don't eat. Which isn't good. Plus it leads later to me being starving and devouring anything I can get a hold of, which usually ends up being crap. Because by the time I'm really hungry, I'm at work, and there's nothing healthy there to choose from. I mean, let's face it, there's nothing healthy in a vending machine, and that's what my options are by the time I get to work. What's in the vending machine? What can I stop at Quick Trip for before heading to work? And, I make poor choices, and I eat crap, and I feel like crap, and then I get home and I'm still starving because I've eaten crap, and that's never satisfying or filling for anyone. So then I come home and I eat 2 or 3 servings of the supper that I made, and it may be a decent, healthy dinner that I made, but quantity-wise, I go overboard because at that point I am so hungry that I just stuff my face, and that leads to heartburn and laying around on the couch and not getting anything done and just feeling like... And when you don't properly fuel your body, you have no energy, and I have had 0 energy for months now, year, I don't even know. We can't seem to find any other reason for it. I've tweaked my thyroid medications, my reports for my CPAP every night are perfect. Oh my God, we've run so many blood tests and vitamin checks, and my vitamin D was a little bit low, but that was the only thing that was really an issue. I'm eating like shit. And my body is rebelling because it doesn't want to put up with shit. And I'm not fueling it. And I think that's just hard cold fact is I'm not fueling my body. I'm filling it full of crap and empty calories and nothing that is doing me any good whatsoever. So I've joined a weight loss support group at the clinic that I go to, and they meet weekly, and maybe I'll do another video about that. But I started that last week, so hopefully that'll help. I'm searching for some sort of plan that's going to work. I'm not looking for a diet. I'm looking for something that's going to finally stick in my head and finally work for me. I don't want to count points the rest of my life. I don't want to count calories the rest of my life. I want to find something that's comfortable and happy, and I still feel satisfied and not constantly deprived of any joy. Because I do find joy in food, and that's kind of the problem. I find too much joy in food. So, keep going to these groups. Find a program that works for me for eating, and then finding a way to get more exercise in. I've got my Fitbit. I'm making sure I wear it every day so I can track my steps and push myself to walk more. I'm thinking about turning a room downstairs in the basement into kind of a gym. Maybe moving one of the TVs down there with the Chromecast, and I can do some workout videos. I've got a list of stuff on YouTube that I could probably work with. I have a few small exercise things here and there. Just got a message from Ethan. So we'll see. I have to find what's going to work eating wise, and I've got to find what's going to work exercise wise, because I do swim once a week with work, but that's once a week, and I need more than that, obviously, to lose any weight. Otherwise, I would have lost weight a long time ago, because I've been doing that for months now. So anyway, that's kind of my update on what's new this year and what's going on a little bit with me and my family, and hopefully I can do more vlogs about this kind of stuff, and hopefully you guys can kindly help me find a way to get back to being voluptuous and most importantly healthy, so that I'm here for my family, for my husband and my kids, and so that I get to be here for a long time and torture them for a long time. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please leave a comment if you have anything wonderful and kind to share. And feel free to subscribe. Thanks. See you guys later. Bye.